of the speed of the slide in the middle, and the slide in the middle moves twice as fast as the slide in the back. So because the difference in speed is only ever twice as much, the there's this like magical quality about how the I'm basically the slide in the middle. I'm gonna cut it exactly in half, and you'll if I'm if I'm right about this, and I might be off base, but if I'm right about this, you'll only ever see one half of the first. Actually, no, with the slide in the middle, the first third of it is you'll only ever see the first third of it through the mount. All right, so like the way the slides like line up, like when you're looking when you're not when you're just starting the transition and you're still looking through the mountain slides, you'll only ever see the first third of the transition slide through the mountain side, because from that point on you'll start seeing so the first third of the middle slide of the transition, the mountain to cave transition, you'll only see that much through the mountain side, because then the rest of it will start getting covered up by the transition side, the front side of the transition instead. And so, all right, I'm just gonna start blocking this out because I'm not gonna do a very good job explaining it. But so for this transition, basically what? Basically, the first half of it. Well, the first like 2/3. Oh wait, okay. So how am I setting up these? The way that I'm setting up these slides, like, um, only the last. I should have watched it play out again. I should have watched the transition on the animation, because like. Like I have it mostly well formed in my mind at this point, but that's the transition we're seeing. That's the transition we're seeing. So the entire so we only have to do the first half of the transition as mountains. The back of the transition, we only have to show the first half of it. And then, alright, so I'll do that first. So the back transition. Let's cut this exactly in half. How do we do that? I guess we can do that by, no, not that. Definitely not that. So, image. Nope, that doesn't work. Oh wait, it's exactly right. It's exactly 1600 pixels. So we just select exactly 800 pixels. The first 800 pixels is the first half. Wait, I just deselected to the 801st pixel. Does that mean I have the first 800 selected? Oh, whatever, I'll just do it again. Select up to the 800th pixel. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There we go. Alright, and I just need to add in this little section over here. Alright, so this is the first half. So I actually want the other half. Or no, this is right. Alright, so on this layer, delete that. So I'm going to try using this as like the new, I'm going to try scooshing this and using this as the new transition slide. From mountains to cave. And I just want to see if, because if I'm correct, like we have this gaudy like gray block here, but if I'm correct, we'll actually never see that at an inappropriate time. No, that's not true. I lied. I'll have to. Okay, so I'm going to continue the experiment, but once I continue the experiment, we'll never see this. And wait, right? Yeah, because the canyon wall thing. Okay, I have to. Sorry. All right. So let me see. What am I doing here? So yeah, transitions to cave. This is the last one. Yes. And I could just cut out the mountains on the top too, because like, why bother showing those? Yeah, I should just cut. I should just get rid of those too. Uh, and and then just for kicks, I might as well get rid of whoops, not all that. Just this little guy and this little guy. All right, I hope I'm right about this. It'd be really convenient if I was right about this. All right, but that's not the whole story, right? Because like I was saying, I still have to convert this to do what? I have to convert this to, yeah. What's the transition here? It's like there's a canyon wall thing. So for the canyon wall thing, the first third should look good. I think is what I was saying. The first third, yeah, the first third of it should look good. The first third of it should be canyon wall. So for sorry, I'm just trying to think of like how to represent this quickly and cheaply. Yeah, but I'll just do the first half. So yeah, let's select everything up to the first half. $800 and oops, I did not mean to subtract, I meant to add. Alright, so just for dumbness sake, I'm going to dropper tool this color, or actually I'll dropper tool this color and paint it and then smoosh it and then save this as cave BG's mountain trans cave BG1. Yes. Alright. I just want to see what this looks like. So my theory, like, okay, so we're gonna see this dumb giant sheet of like brown happen, but my theory is that the backmost layer won't look weird. The middle layer will of course look weird, but the backmost layer won't look weird. Actually, and you know what? Let's not even splat the whole thing like that. Let's deselect this whole top layer because we don't need it. We only need the canyon wall to extend this high because it just needs to be sufficient to cover up the stuff that we would see in the background. Alright, and let's file save as, oh, I didn't smush it, smoosh file save as VG1. Alright, So the canyon wall is going to look a little bit jank. But if my theory is correct, then by making a nice canyon wall, we'll... Oh. Oh, right. So we need... So the other thing that we'll need to do is... Oh, and that's actually not too difficult. Wait, do we... Yeah. Right, we need to fill in these gaps. So... Um... let's get the, what color? This color. Or actually, let's even just, so there, I don't know, I guess we're cheating the parallax a little bit for the transition into the cave. There are worse things in life. Wait, hold on. Let me zoom in here. Trying to get like, oops, that's the subtract tool. Trying to get like exactly all of this. There we go. Alright, copy. Let's move over here. New layer. Under this layer, paste. Alright, yeah, so then smoosh these layers together. And save. Alright, so I think this transition should look less dumb now. I might have missed the window. It might have already started to transition. It might have like already loaded in the other versions of the files. Either way, we'll see how it goes. Alright. Oh look, alright, there's the canyon wall. And we'd need a canyon wall in the foreground, so in the foreground, so as not to see that part. But we can cover that with the canyon wall in the foreground. Wait, was? Oh yeah, I didn't get the transparency in time. So we're gonna see weird transparency there. But now if we put a canyon wall in the foreground, we can transition. Yay! Alright, so cool. Alright, so this could be worse. This could be a lot worse. So we just need to make, alright, so now we just need to make this canyon wall look cool, and we need to do the entire canyon wall from the front section. Because basically we need to cover wait, why do I have this weird area selected? Oh, whatever. Oh, I pasted it in the wrong place, but whatever. I do not care. Yeah, right, so... how much canyon wall do I need to put in the foreground? I think I need to put the middle third. Or the last 2/3, rather. Canyon wall should go pretty fast. I hope. Oh, but what am I going to do in the forest? I guess like thicket wall or something like that. I need to do something semi-equivalent. It has to be like a... basically like an obstructing wall so that you're not seeing the... I just have to like... The parallax doesn't work quite right, so I have to basically just... Oh gosh, look at this transition. Yeah, so I basically just have to do like the opposite for the forest. I just have to have like thick shrubbery or something to I shouldn't extend it unnecessarily far. So it's only like, yeah, so it's the first 2/3. No, it's not. There's only a third. Yeah. Wait, what? Hold on. How does this work? So to cover the background, we need to use half of the foreground. Or no, to cover the background, we used to cover the, and so I'm talking about layers here. So to cover the back layer, okay, right, okay, yeah. So yeah, Ibuki. So the in order to sufficiently like, so okay, we're gonna have because we're transitioning from an exterior space to an interior space, there's not actually a transition. We're like there's not actually like a meld. You know, like with the mountain to forest, it was an exterior space to an exterior space, so the background actually transitioned to the background and the foreground actually transitioned to the foreground. But because we're transitioning from an exterior to an interior space, there isn't that actual natural transition. We're going like from completely outside to completely inside in an instant, and that instant actually happens at different times for different people because that instant is like this traveling wave of instant that pans across the screen as the background pans, and players enter the cave. So we have to cheat it, and in order to cheat it, because of the rate of speed of travel, excuse me, because of the scroll speed of the very back layer and the mid layer. So okay, so this the scroll speed of the very back layer is 2 on an arbitrary scale. The mid layer is 4 on the same arbitrary scale. So the mid ground scrolls twice as fast as the background. So in order to cover this seam, we need to dedicate an entire full half of this transition to of the middle slide to the to obstruct this scene. Like we need to fill up a full half of the we need to fill up a full half of the midground with something interesting looking, something believable, something that works in the scene, and it has to because like as this ugly seam from the back layer travels across the screen, it's only it's technically 0 pixels wide, this seam, because it's the bridge between 2 pixels, but because the layer in front of it is traveling twice as fast, in order to get from one side of the screen to the other, we'll need to dedicate a full half of the screen width on the layer above it as a shield, because as it travels from one side to the other, it'll be like various points in this like half of the screen width that we're using to obstruct this this unsightly transition. And so the middle layer will still have an unsightly transition, and the middle layer is traveling. Okay, so as we said, the middle layer is traveling as a speed of no. I decided that I'm not changing any of the systems. I'm describing the systems that we have working, and I'm not going to change it. So we're working within this system, and specifically I worked within this system, and I came up with a solution, and I'm now describing to you the solution that I found within this system. We're not changing the system. So the foreground travels at a speed of 6 on the same arbitrary scale. As remember, the midground travels at a speed of 4. So there's still this ugly seam. There's this ugly seam so in addition to this like half of the width thing in the midground that we're using to cover the ugly seam in the background, there's also still an ugly seam in the midground. But because the foreground is only moving 50% faster, it's not moving twice as fast. We only need to dedicate a wait. Is it a quarter? No, it's a third. Right, because it's moving a third faster. Wait. No, because the difference in speed. So no, right, because the midground is moving a third slower than the front layer. So the mid layer is moving a third slower relative to the mid layer. So excuse me, relative to the front layer, the mid layer is moving a third slower. That's why we need to dedicate a full third of the front layer to covering this ugly seam. But which third is it? Is it the middle third or is it the last third? I guess that depends on which half of the background we use. And if we're using the first half, which I think we are, then it would be the middle third? No. No, it would be the fourth and fifth sixths, I think. It would be the fourth and fifth sixths. So like Basically, like a third of the foreground, starting at. No, that's not true. I lied. Right? No, it's the middle third. It's the middle. No, no, it's no, it's the. Ooh, this is a puzzle. I like this. All right, I'll look at this thing to tell the puzzle. So, like in this case, the middle marker. Yeah, no, it was right. It's the fourth and fifth sixths. The fourth and fifth sixths. Sorry. Oh man, this whole past like what was it? What has it been like 20 minutes that I've been puzzling through this? This whole 20 minutes have probably been really just really dense, just like basically like senseless. I assume. I assume. Um, but the good news is we're making progress. This is like I don't know. This is me making progress in game dev. This is what we're seeing here, or that's hypothetically what just happened. And now I will act it out. Now I will enact the. I'll be the change. No. All right. So yeah, no, I can test this out. So the all right, this is gonna work out well too. So yeah, I guess it was good because I basically put the actual transition, the one that we want, in the sixth of the of this top layer here. What so wait, 1600 across. That does that cleanly divide into sixths? Because if not, we can fudge a pixel. But 16. No, it doesn't. No, six. No, does it? No, I'd be surprised if it does. Let's find calculator. Calculator. So 1600 divided by 3. Yeah. My name is Ben. Hello. Oh yeah, you can tell from Chrome. Or wait, no. What is it? Does it say it here? Oh yeah, there it is. Oh wow, it says my full name there. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I there's whatever. Yeah, that's my name. Yep. um, yeah, no. So this isn't cleanly. So okay, okay, so it starts at the middle. That's that we know that, and so then it'll be the middle plus so 800 plus 534. So plus 800 equals what? Did I do times 800? Wait, okay, 1600 divided by 3 equals, alright, oh, it must have done times, plus 800 equals, oh, and then there's that. Oh, does my name, I think my name does show on screen when I do that, but anyways. I can't tell because like I can't see OBS when I flip over that screen. Anyways. Alright, 13 1334. Oh, it's almost leaked. I might go to 1337 just cause. Alright, so 1334. So 800 to 1334 is the range that we need to cover. Wait, what? No. Is that? Yeah. Yeah, because that's the fourth and fifth sixths. Fourth and fifth sixths. Fourth and fifth sixths. Sorry. Alright, so, oops, wait, no, don't go away. So it's that's the seam that we're covering up. Oh, wait. Is it really just the fourth and fifth sixths? Yeah? I don't know, we'll see. Oh, thank you. Mishra, thank you. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. For some reason, I always thought like facial hair like it's I don't know. It seems like an older sort of thing. But when I yeah when I grew it out, people told me I look younger. So uh, I didn't expect it to have that effect. Uh, what what on earth? Probably don't click that link. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, you're, and I'm not just purging you. I'm banning you. That's I don't know what that is even supposed to be a picture of. I if anyone clicked that, then yikes, you're brave people. Like if I was not a moderator, I'd not have clicked that link. Um, I only clicked it because I was pretty sure I didn't want to click it, and yeah. So sorry if anyone. Excuse me. Sorry. I was just rinsing out my brain. All right. Oh right, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Technically, if you're using better Twitch TV, you could have. But cool. that's that is why no, no, don't, no. Yeah, I'm gonna ban you, Demetsuki. Not literally, but literally. No, am I kidding? All right, I'll stop. All right, so let's start at 800. Or no, starting at 801. Right. I'm going to 1334. All right, so we need to put a canyon wall here as well. And we're probably going to extend the canyon wall all the way to the end because it would look weird to have canyon wall and then suddenly drop down and not have canyon wall. Like, what's the point? What's the point of that? All right, but yeah, the other thing is it doesn't need to be this tall either, right? It only needs to be how tall? Like oh yeah, so that's what am I trying to do? Wait a second. Yeah. Why do I keep? It's got to be the fourth and fifth, sixth, right? Or is it not? Is it like? Is it like start? Does it start at like the fifth, 12th or something? Weird like that. uh, I don't know. We'll see. If it's not the fourth and fifth, sixth, uh... It's my job to moderate, and moderation means moderation. I don't know. It's not like It's if I could have like stuff auto moderated, I totally would. But oops. Yeah, it's not. I don't do it because I enjoy it. I do it because it's my responsibility. Um, and it is my responsibility. um, all right, so yeah, we only need to go this high. How high is that? Uh, 53. So we can drop the top 53 pixels off of it. So 53. All right, so canyon wall. Oh, if I do it quick, I might be able to get it in this pass. Spill, smoosh, save. All right, I don't know if I got it in time. I might have to restart the. Script. So we're pretending the very back edge of the canyon wall is a bad transition. Hypothetically. I don't know why I stopped it at the start of the sixth, because I'm clearly going to extend it to the very edge. I guess, I don't know. I just want to make sure my math is correct or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing it because I like the, alright, so here's the canyon wall. That's going to cover up the poor transition in the background. Yeah, no. So it definitely starts at, oh no, well, both things. I think it starts way sooner than I thought it would. And it didn't make it into this this go around. So is it the middle third then? Is it? It must be the middle third. Is that? Yeah, no, it's the middle third. I don't know why I thought it was the fourth and fifth, sixth. Because I'm silly. All right, so I should make it a pixel wider. Because now I'm accounting for 2 rounding errors, I think. And where am I supposed to move it to? Oh, yeah. So wait. 534. Alright, wait, deselect. 534, I think, was it? So, like, wait, minus 800. 534 divided by 2 equals, so 267 plus 800. Don't worry, I'm doing science. So 1067. Excuse me. 1067. Copy. New layer, paste. Alright, so canyon wall. Lots of canyon wall. Yeah, I guess there's just gonna be lots of canyon wall. This should be sufficient, right? I don't know. Maybe my concept of this is wrong. I guess we'll find out. So save this. And then let's rerun the script until we get the mountain. Yes. Nope, that's not the mountain. There we go. Alright. I think the reason I like, excuse me, sorry, 1 second. I think that, excuse me, sorry, I think the reason I like the stuff that I do is that I get to figure out, I get to solve the problem, I get to solve problems the way I like to solve problems. Because, like, I don't know. No, maybe I'm just being, maybe me, oh wow. No, it has to start even sooner. In the first third. So what is that magical starting point that it has to be? It's so early. It's like so early on. Sorry, I'm just like trying to think of like, how does it make sense that? So yeah, no, maybe it is the second sixth. Sorry, I know it probably sounds like I'm just grasping at straws at this point, but I do have a reason to think that it's the second sixth. So Z, select all, layer, flip horizontal. All right, let's try this one. uh, at this point, I guess I do just want to make sure that I'm going to be covering it sufficiently and not getting artificially elaborate with the solution. No, mountains, not cave, not forest. Mountains, 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 mountains. Yeah, there we go. I could just put in a switch to make it so that yeah, no, I I don't have to keep rolling the die in order to get this transition. Oh, also I'm gonna leave it higher up here so I can watch it better. These frames, like the transition frames, are set to align exactly at the middle of the screen. Like they're set to be framed. All right, here we go. To be framed exactly on screen. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it was the second sixth was the starting point. All right. Well, that's doable. And yeah, if there was ever a parallax frame that went more than twice as fast as the oh, so it's a good thing there's that middle parallax frame, because if there was ever a parallax frame that went more than twice as fast as the frame behind it, then we wouldn't be able to use this trick. The only reason we can wait, no, is that true? Yeah, I think so. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm just paranoid. I'm just gonna run one more time, um, because the fact that I was so off about the fact that I was so off about the why do I keep putting it down there? The fact that I was so off about the position of that wall makes me nervous that I've, for some reason, miscalculated whether this will actually be sufficient coverage. It should be. It really should be sufficient. Yeah. Yeah. Totally sufficient. So, was it the placement of the maybe it was the placement of the no, no, no. No. Yeah, no, this is right. Hey, Trent Sterling, how's it going? Welcome. Um uh yeah. Sorry. Just zoned out a little bit. I was just like solving a riddle that I posed myself that my game systems posed to me, and I think I have the answer. But like it took me I don't know. It was quite a puzzle, and so now I'm just cautious that that about whether the the answer that I've arrived at is in fact the correct answer. So actually no, yeah, this is fine. I can stop fiddling with this. Well, I have to. I mean, I have to fill in the canyon wall. But other than that, yes. Yes, it is. Sorry, I my camera gets messed up sometimes. For some reason, for some reason that fixes it, but it is snowing here. I mean, I could see how you would think it would be snowing here because the stars look like snow. Or else I'm actually on Earth right now. Crazy thought. I might actually be on Earth and it might actually be snowing where I am. But that'd be a ridiculous lie, right? I'm obviously in space right now. All right, so oh oh is this going to the edge of the canyon wall? Like, does it have to be like super abrupt? Aw. Yeah, it was raining here a lot too. I actually I actually have a better screen that I ordered. This one's like I can basically only do I can basically only do stars with this with my current one because it's like it's not the right color, but I ordered a better one. Stay tuned. uh, sorry, I'm just gonna keep watching the mountain transition. Um, because it just occurred to me like so this canyon wall like right it covers like this real estate that I've mapped out, but the other thing about it is like how do we transition to the canyon wall? Like, does it just like pop out of nowhere? Because if it just literally like pops out of nowhere, that's a little weird. Like, does it have to come in at that full height? Like, is there something I can do there to not have it just like come in like full blast? Like, I'm a canyon wall. Look how big I am all of a sudden. Because that would be really awkward. I mean, I'm gonna actually like draw it to be like something meaningful and not just like all big and weird like that. But if it wasn't all big and weird like that, would that be catastrophic? Um, I guess I'm actually not going to really get my answer by watching this. I can probably just puzzle this one out because the canyon wall is like up against the front of this side, so and I think that's because it has to be because the backside gets a full half a slide head start. So uh, the backgrounds are sort of looping right now. The very back layer doesn't loop. The oh wait, is that true? Yeah, the very back layer doesn't loop. The front layers loop until the back layer has made one full pass, and then they switch over to. Uh, there's like a right now I have it set to like automatically switch like transition to the next background as quickly as possible. Um, yeah, like hypothetically, and just I've only done the actual transition from forest to mountains. So whenever we transition from any other background to any other background, it it looks like a mess like this. So yeah, the backgrounds hypothetically do loop. They're set up so that they will loop. Right now they don't loop very much because I'm testing the transitions, or I'm implementing the transitions, and so I have them running at turbo speed, and I have them transitioning as fast as possible just to like eke out the transitions as fast as possible. Cut down on testing time that way. But yeah, in the final version of the game, they actually can loop. Uh, and I think they actually will loop for a while. Like we won't be changing backgrounds constantly. They'll actually be like you'll actually, well, for one thing, they won't go this fast, and also you'll actually like, the forest will actually be like a little bit longer than just like a 40-second sprint from one side of to the other. um, so, oops. So what affordance can we buy here? For the in order for the in order for this back layer to start any later, we would need a buffer at the front of. We do have a buffer at the front of. I can close these. I don't really need these anymore. We need a buffer at the okay. There's a buffer at the front of the middle cave thing. So, the middle cave background. The middle layer of the cave background. So what affordance do we actually get out of this? Like, there's no transparency in the middle layer until this point. So we have half this many pixels because this layer travels twice as fast as the because this layer travels twice as fast as the layer behind it. We don't have quite this length. We actually have half this length. And this length is 192. So we have 81 pixels in the midground that we don't have to worry about, hypothetically. Let's see if that's true. So for this layer, we can get rid of 81 pixels. So instead of starting at 800, we can start at 881. Let's undo. Oh, whatever. Alright, I won't bother with that stuff until I've got the rest of this set. Alright, so these layers are separate now. Alright, good. So what if we don't start until 881? Yikes. Doesn't feel like a lot when you look at it. Right, is that right? I think so. Oops. Alright, and then smoosh them. And then save as. I don't want to accidentally save over the wrong file. Mountains, trans, cave, yeah. Alright. Did I do that? No, I didn't. This transition's already in progress. Alright, so let's restart. You know what? I'm gonna want to be restarting a lot and getting the mountain, so I'm just gonna cheat and make it so that we get the mountain whenever we restart this. Because at least for the foreseeable future, that's the background I'm gonna want to see when we restart. Alright, so instead of BG name, yeah, right. We choose randomly, but then BG's name, let's just say it actually equals mountains. Is it mountains or mountain? Mount. That's not helpful. Mountains. Alright, save that. Alright, and let's rerun the script. So now we don't have to gamble on which background we get. It'll just give us the mountains every time. So let's see if, so the test here is, why do I keep putting it down there? So we have this, so if I've calculated this affordance correctly, even once we've transitioned through like the, whatevers, with the transparency of the middle layer, oh, I mean, if I want to get like super like into it or whatever, I could actually calculate out when because like technically the transparency of the middle layer only matters if the transparency of the top layer is if the top layer is transparent, because if the top layer is opaque, then the transparency in the middle layer is like is immaterial. All right, so that looks weird. We all know that looks weird. But once we're inside the cave, we shouldn't, like in the background of the cave here, we shouldn't see any mountains through the cave holes. Which we didn't. All right, so we're actually good in that regard. So we do have 81 pixels there that we can afford. We probably have more, to be honest. And since we have 81 pixels there, does it get cut in half again? Because it's going twice as fast? Does that mean that we have 81 pixel affordance in the background, and then does that mean that might only afford us like 40 pixels in the foreground? But even if that only affords us 40 pixels in the foreground, that's still legit. Like, that's still fine. Like, we can work with that. Let's find out. Let's try shaving off 80 pixels and seeing if, or 81 pixels and seeing if that reveals. I assume this will reveal something unsightly. I assume we only get 40 pixels out of this deal, but let's find out. So save this, yeah, and then let's rerun the script. So once again, if this, so this time actually, if we get, I don't expect that we'll get 81, but if we get a full 81, then at the start of the transition, we won't see anything unseemly. When the, so like before, so this canyon wall, like it's time to come in just so that it covers up the background, the unsightly seam in the background transition. So if my suspicion is correct and we only get 40 pixels out of this affordance, then we're going to see 40 pixels of, or 41 pixels of, yeah, see, we saw, alright, yeah. Alright, so yeah, we only get 40 pixels, but that's fine, because we can work with 40 pixels. It's better than the 0 pixels. And like I said, like, because like the transparency of the background is like a very, and sort of thing, like the, like we only see through, if you only see through to the bottom layer if the top layer and the middle layer are transparent at the same time, because if only one of them is transparent at the same time, then so I mean, I could calculate that out. That would not be that difficult either. Oh, no, that one would be a little weirder because it's not, I can't just lay them on top of each other and measure it that way. I'd actually have to translate them. And I'm not gonna bother. It's 40 pixels is plenty. 40 pixels, we can work with 40. we can work with 40. We can work with 40 pixels. Excuse me 1 second. Alright, so, yeah. Excuse me. Right, first thing, before I forget, let's put 41 pixels back on here. Deselect. 40 pixels. So it's gonna be a bit abrupt, actually. Maybe I should toy with it. Oops, no, delete. Maybe I should toy with like extending the affordance, like seeing how far we can actually like push that affordance before it breaks, because I mean, to just like jump up that height, it's a little yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit, I don't know. This has been an eye-opening experience working on the cave, because I don't know, like the other backgrounds were so simple, relatively speaking. I guess I'm kind of glad that I tackled this one when I did, because it's revealed like so much, like a lot of complexity of the system that I'm working on that I didn't really expect would be there. So yeah, it's good to find it out at some point, right? I had to realize this eventually. So Yeah. Uh, uh, Sorry, I was just getting distracted on my other computer for a second. But what? I could just like try arbitrary lengths, like basically just try cutting it down because we know we can be certain that like this distance is entirely sufficient. Uh, and then we could just like try cutting it down and seeing how far we can go before it starts to like actually like show through hypothetically. So I don't know. Let's try cutting this in half or something. What is this? This is 881 for starters. It's like what if we went like this far with it? Would this show through? So save that. Oh wait, no. Smoosh them, then save them. Smoosh and save, and rerun the script. I think I'm just gonna go trial and error here, because calculating out like the pixel alignments doesn't seem like very fun to me right now. So once these little guys are done sprinting across the screen, all right, here we go. We transition through. Wait, what? What happened to my middle layer? Did I mess up my middle layer? Oh. Did I overwrite the wrong file or something? That was weird. Oh shoot, and I forgot to watch for the thing that I was looking for. Whoops. Wait, what happened to my things? Did I? Yeah, what happened to this? Save as. Yeah, how did I overwrite the wrong thing? That was weird. This is not supposed to be 1, this is supposed to be 2. I don't know how that happened. Maybe I just clicked the wrong one or something. No, this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be 1. Sort of. I mean, this is like. Anyways, yeah, alright, so let's try. Anyways, let's try this again. Alright. Go, man, go. Run! Run! Hypothetically, I could speed this up by increasing the translation speed. Oh, excuse me. Like, instead of using 2, 4, 6, I could use, like, 8, like 4, 8, 12, or something like that, but I don't know. I just want it to be pixel perfect. So, alright, so I've probably taken off too much distance here. So, once we transition, once we're inside the cave, we'll probably get a glimpse of the mountains through the cave holes. Probably. Whoa, we seriously didn't? Oh no, there it is. Yep, yeah, there it is. Alright, so we definitely took off too much. And it looks like we took off like that much too much. Which is not a very scientific term, but I don't know. I mean, yeah. So I think we took off. We could probably shave off a little bit more. It looked like we could probably have shaved off a little bit more. I think it's like maybe like we can probably get away with like that much. And I mean, I could always just go back now that I know like about this particular. Sorry, I just got a notification on my other screen. Uh, huh. Oh, yeah, sorry. That was a conversation I was having. The, what was I talking about? Yeah, now that I know about this like particular facet of like trying to make this, make backgrounds that transition like this, I I can just be more wary about like where I place the transparency, because I was actually like trying to push the transparency and like get more of it, but I mean, I guess like now I might know that like I'm just supposed to, like, I should leave like good healthy buffers on like either edge, um, which is fine. That's totally doable. Uh, I just hadn't really thought about it going in. All right, so let's smoosh these and try this. All right, save. Rerun the script. Yeah, stuff and good time stuff. I should really go back and redo these backgrounds to, now that I've I don't know, gotten a little more detail. I should at least go and clean these up, like so that the shading actually makes sense, and so that there's not like weird artifacts like around the edges of the. All right, so we transition in. That's our canyon, etc., etc. Here are our canyon walls, and now the canyon wall would have extended further. So now we're inside the cave. Oh, that's funny. He didn't. He went into the cave and then he came out the other side. Oh wait, sorry, I was supposed to be paying closer attention. I don't think we saw any. Oh, but I got distracted a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna run it one more time. Sorry. I got distracted because the adventurer went into the cave and then appeared on the other side and went into the cave again. I'm not gonna care about that. I'm really not gonna care about that. I really can't care about that. Um, it won't be as obvious when everything slows down a little bit more. All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna pay attention this time. No getting distracted. Go, man, go. All right, we're inside the cave. I'll also get rid of those mountains in the background. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're not seeing anything in the background. So that gives us more pixels. Pixels! Delicious, delicious pixels. um, how many? Wait, let's go here and so yeah, what pixel are we starting at? So we have up until hold on, let's get closer. Deselect. We have until 964. That's a good amount. 964. That's 164. So 100. So 82, which is significantly more than 40. Cool. Yeah. So we don't have to ramp up this wall so much so fast. It's still gonna be a little bit abrupt, but whatever. There are worse things in life than sudden canyon walls. So yeah, so the gist here is basically, actually, yeah, I should put this on another layer, just so I don't accidentally encroach into it. Oh yeah, and there's another thing that I noticed too a few times when I was running it is oh, what am I doing? Stop, please stop. Oh wait, I know what I'm doing. There are like little picks that extend above this like red zone that I should trim out. Yeah, like these little dots I kept noticing. Alright, so copy this and put it on a layer above. No, put it on the same location, just one layer up. Is that right? That's I think that's right. Yeah. Alright. Oh yeah, and so then deselect. Oops, no, not that. Deselect. Yeah, basically just get rid of that stuff so it doesn't like stick out. Yeah. Oh wait, what the heck? Wait, what? Where? Dang it. I'll just measure this out again. 82, yeah. How did I manage to nick the corner if this is on a different layer? I don't understand. Oh, maybe I accidentally shifted it? Oh. Did I accidentally shift it? Is that no longer the midpoint? Is this not... Ah, I accidentally shifted it? When? Where? How? I'm just hitting like Control Z until... When did it get shifted? The heck? Alright, well I don't really even... Maybe it never got shifted, maybe I just calculated it out wrong. Like poorly the first time. So... Oops. Oh yeah. No, just no, that's right. Alright, well whatever. So delete that. Oops. Delete that. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I'm on the other layer. So oh yeah, so alright. Going back in time a little bit, whatever. So let's subtract out 82 pixels and then spill this color, and then I have to redo. Oh yeah, I have to redo putting in the background. So the very back layer. Where's the very back layer? Let's copy and paste this again. Deselect. Oh yeah, now that we know how long this has to be, we can get rid of this again. Oops, left in a pixel layer by accident. Actually, yeah, I can get rid of an extra red pixel if need be. Excuse me one moment. Sorry, I'm back. Sorry. Alright, so, yeah. Oh yeah, and then I was going to copy and paste this stuff. Oops. Oh yeah, this isn't the full length anymore. So, copy and new layer underneath. Paste. Why does it appear at such a weird, like seemingly random location? Whatever, I don't care, it's not. I mean, it's entirely sufficient, but it's just a really weird place for it to show it. Alright, also, I can merge these together, and I can also delete the entire first half of this. Up to the 16, or the 800 pixel marker. Yeah. Alright, so the dramatic conclusion to all of this is that I'm going to finish it later. I'm going to finish it some other time. So, thank you to everyone for tuning in. I think I'm going to stop dragging out my farewells as much. At least today, I think I'm going to say a quick farewell. So, thank you for everyone who tuned in. I had fun today. It was cool. I hope to see you guys again sometime in the near future. So, with that, I'm just going to bid you all adieu, and I hope to have a wonderful whatever time of day it is where you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Good night.